who's in and who's out of the 2020 through 2021 NBA playoff predictions right after this. My name is Kevin Barral from the KO Podcast. Remember to like and subscribe to our channel, follow us on all the social medias linked below, and as well follow us on our second channel, La Pecera de los Miami Marlins, where we talk about only Miami Marlins in Spanish. Today we're going to be going over the NBA playoffs, who's in and who's out of it this season. We're going to start with the Eastern Conference, and then we'll move on to the Western Conference. So at the first seed, we had the Philadelphia 76ers. It's going to be a tight race between the first and the second seed. I think at the end of the day, Philadelphia just comes in because they're healthier over Brooklyn right now. And Brooklyn does wind up in the second seed, the Bucks in the third. I have the Heat in the fourth. I think Atlanta will take over that fourth seed, but I think Miami just makes a late push and gets that fourth seed. Atlanta, I think, is going to be making it as the fifth. Hornets as a sixth seed, and then the play-in tournament, which are all highlighted in yellow. So this year's play-in tournament is not only the 8th and the 9th seed. It's from the 7th seed all the way to the 10th seed. They're going to a bracket-style, I think, tournament. And, of course, the two teams that are left will be making the playoffs. So in this scenario, I have the Boston Celtics at 7, New York Knicks at 8, Pacers at 9, and the Chicago Bulls at 10. I just think that's the most realistic one. I mean, if we had to put another team as a surprise, Washington Wizards. I never expected anything from that team. I never thought they'd make the playoffs. People told me I was dumb for saying that. That was a horrible decision by me for saying that. But it's not. It's not. I mean, we're looking at it right now. That team is not good. They have only 2 good players. If they had kept John Wall, I think they would have made the playoffs. I'll say it like that. You go out there and you should have made a trade for a better player than Russell Westbrook. I think Westbrook is a great guy, great player, great dude, all around. I don't think Washington was the right spot for him, though. I would have liked the scenario with the Clippers. The Clippers would have been a nice spot for him. You keep thinking of the Lakers. The Heat. I say the Heat because, I mean, I'm a Heat fan, and I would have loved Russell Westbrook on Miami. But at the end of the day, you have to do what has to be done, and Russell Westbrook is a Washington Wizard. I'll most likely think he gets traded for a lot of young assets, so we'll see what happens. So we'll go to the Western Conference right now. I mean, again, this is probably very interesting. This is actually a lot more separated than you think. So I do think that the Phoenix Suns make the first seed. I think they'll eventually just pass Utah. That team's incredible. Last night against the Miami Heat, they wrecked them. Lost by 20 to Heat, so sucks to suck for the Heat. But Phoenix is a good team. You have Devin Booker, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, Jay Crowder. I love you, Jay Crowder, man. I love Jay Crowder, man. He was such a good player for the Heat. I really do miss him. And then you have a good bench. The bench performed the Heat last night. They beat the bench actually scored 65 points. The Heat bench scored only 20. Again, the Heat are really hurt with injuries right now. Only one pretty much, which is Victor Oladipo, but Phoenix first seed. Utah, I think, will make the second seed. I think this is their year. This is their year to make some noise. They made it throughout the season. It's time to do it again. Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell. So we'll see what happens. I think the Clippers will get the third seed. I do see them as the better LA team. They're outperforming for sure. They have Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. You bring in Rondo and possibly even playoff Rondo. So, I mean, if you get the playoff Rondo, I think this team might make it to the NBA Finals as much as the Western Conference Finals. Jamal Murray did tear his ACL. This was before. I made this list before he tore. But anyhow, I think I could put Portland at the 4 and Denver at the 5, but they'd still be facing each other. So I'm just gonna say Denver gets the 4th seed still, and Portland gets the 5th seed. Now everyone's gonna hate me. They're gonna think I'm a hater. I have the Lakers at the 6th seed, guys. Now, I could have pretty much put them in the play, and I was really, really close to putting them in the play-in tournament at the 7th or 8th seed, but I think Dallas is not going to be able to make a late push to go over there, so they'll just make the play-in tournament. But, I mean, LeBron is injured. Anthony Davis is injured. Come on, guys. They're injured, guys. I mean, and the Lakers haven't been too good with their new guys. I mean, they 100% won the buyout market. They got Drummond. They got Ben McLemore, who I really wanted for Miami. Miami would have actually, I think, benefited off of him. Brooklyn would have been a nice spot for Ben McLemore. I think another good spot for him would have been Portland or even Denver now, without Jamal Murray. But I mean, things happen. LeBron's injured, AD's injured. I think AD's going to be out for a longer time than LeBron, or the other way around. Let's see what happens with that. Now, playing tournament, and this is probably the hardest part to predict. I know Dallas and Memphis are 100% making it. However it is, I mean, Dallas is 100% in. Memphis too. Both teams really do deserve it. John Morant's had a great season. Luke has been pretty quiet. He fell out of the MVP race, but I think he's having a good season. I think he could go back into that MVP race now that a lot of these guys are injured. When it comes to, as well as Kristaps Porzingis injuries I've heard in this season, they brought in JJ Redick, a good shooter. Josh Richardson, he's had a pretty decent season for that team. I do like what they're doing. They have Jalen Brunson. I'm pretty sure he's available. Maxi Kleber. This is a good team. This is a good Dallas team. I think if they add another player there, they should be good. Memphis, John Morant, Jaren Jackson when he's healthy, Dillon Brooks. That team is way too good. Desmond Bane, who's been a really good rookie. I do like that Memphis team. I think they should be 100% in the playoffs. I think they could actually go over the Lakers and be better than the Lakers. We'll see what happens. Better than the Lakers without LeBron and AD. With LeBron and AD, the Lakers probably a second or third seed. I want to mention that. Golden State and Sacramento. Sacramento's been pretty good. They've been pretty bad at the same time. Right now, they're actually doing pretty good. They're doing pretty good right now, as well as Golden State. I mean, right now, they're 100% making the play-in. It's like I'm like between a 75 and an 85% that they'll make it. I'm not quite sure, but we'll see what goes down there. And as well for the Kings, it's going to be between the Kings and the Pelicans at the end of the day. Oklahoma could possibly make a late push. I wouldn't be shocked. They have a pretty good team right now. I don't know why they didn't try to make the play-in tournament at least. They should have, honestly. They have a pretty good young team. I like what they're doing. We'll see what happens. So we have entered the end of the video, guys. I wanted to make a quick, short video because I will be coming out with MLS, folks, MLS power rankings from the best to the worst, from the worst to the best. I'm going to try to get Octavio to join me for that video, see what he thinks. Once again, NFL draft, I think it's the 28th or the 29th. Anyways, I know it rolls through the weekend, but it's okay. It's all okay because the NFL draft is coming up. MLB, I know I haven't made an MLB video. Para los fanáticos beisboleros ahí, que yo sé que hay muchos que lo ven, voy a traerles contenido de la MLB. Si también quieren ver contenido de la MLB sobre los Marlins y contra los equipos que van, ahora mismo estoy cubriendo el juego de los Marlins contra los Bravos, pueden ir para abajo a la descripción y suscribirse a la pecera de los Miami Marlins. Yeah, so I'm going to bring a lot more content for you guys. Voy a traerles mucho más contenido de pelota. Yo sé que eso es lo que todo el mundo quiere y se los voy a traer porque ahora la temporada está, ya está corriendo ya la jornada de este año. My name is Kevin Barral again. Please follow my Twitter. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Please, if you subscribe, hit the notification bell. Comment down below any video ideas. I am actually very open to those video ideas. There's some that I've actually done that have been suggested. I think I'll bring one more mock draft. I'm not sure. I think I'll do one last one, even though I'm pretty confident with the one I had. So yeah, I mean, and actually, you know, I'm gonna bring out one more video one more draft video. I'll do Justin Fields versus Mac Jones versus possibly Trey Lance. I mean, it'll be one of those videos to see who should the 49ers draft, or if it's all a smokescreen. They're not going to draft a quarterback. I mean, even though they had a very honest press conference, but we'll get into that in another video. Once again, my name is Kevin Barran. Remember to subscribe, like, follow, share the video. That's actually one of the most important ones. Share the video. I made a tweet. If you find it, retweet it, please. It'll mean the world. Once again, Kevin Barral. Peace out, y'all. Have a good day.